So we're going to go on to polynomial multiplication part 2. And today we're going to jump into a little review of binomial multiplication, but more specifically we're going to look into binomial times trinomial or trinomial squareds, situations like that. So we know how to take a mononomial times a binomial, which is just distributing 4x times x, 4x squared, 4x times 7, 28x. And from the last video, you should be able to multiply binomials by taking everything on the first times everything on the second. And when you have two binomials, you end up with 4 terms, and often those terms combine, and you get a trinomial. And again, the number one thing that's missed usually on these steps is when you square a binomial, you get a trinomial. So you have 2x plus 3, a first order binomial here, and you square it, you must write 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. It is never 4x squared plus 9. It is never just those. There's always a middle term when you have a binomial squared. And again, it's how many terms there are that indicates that. Over here again, x squared minus x squared. When you do that, you write this out, you get a trinomial. Again, x squared times x squared, x to the fourth, x squared times negative x cubed, negative x cubed, positive x squared, combined like terms. You always get a trinomial. And again, everything multiplies everything. That's the key to multiplying binomials. So, a quick little bit of practice. If you want to pause the video, I am literally just going to write up answers here as fast as I can do it here. Whoops, and there with the cleaning fluid. X squared minus 4x plus 7x minus 28. Like terms in the center. X squared plus 3x minus 28. Quadrant 2, two binomials. 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times positive 3, positive 6x. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 3, negative 6. 2x squared plus 4x minus 6. On quadrant 3, I just changed one of the signs. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. 2 times x is plus 2x. Positive 2 negative 3 is negative 6. You'll notice the only difference here, when you combine the like terms, is you get a negative 4x. So again, slight differences. Got to watch your signs. X squared minus 5x minus 3x. Two negatives make a positive. I get x squared, like terms, negative 8x plus 15. And again, this procedure works. Everything outside multiplies everything on the other. Everything in the one has to multiply everything in the other. So when I have a binomial times a trinomial, I'm going to go a little bit slower now. Everything in here has to multiply everything in here. And I will start with the x term. X times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is 3xx or 3x squared. X times 7 is 7x. Now I've multiplied the x, and now I have to multiply the 1 by everything. 1x squared plus 3x, 1 times 3x, and then 1 times 7 is 7. A binomial times a trinomial gives me 6 terms. I look for like terms. This time there are 2 sets of them, so I get x cubed plus 3 plus 1, 4x squared. 7 plus 3 for the single x is 10x, and my 7 just comes down for the ride. Everything multiplies everything. So if I have x minus 1 times x squared minus 2x minus 3, I get x cubed. Negative 2x squared, watching the signs. Negative 3x minus x squared. Negative negative is a positive, and then negative 1, negative 3 is positive 3. And again, watching your like terms is so critical, watching the signs. X cubed minus 3x squared. Negative 3x plus a 2x is minus x plus 3. And again, you're going to notice patterns here. Sometimes those patterns hold true, but sometimes they don't. Okay, and the next problem If you want to try this, you can pause the video. Everything here, the x and the negative 2x, to multiply everything in here. 2x squared, 4x, and 7. I get 2x cubed. Give myself a little bit more space. 2x cubed, 4x squared, and 7x. If I want to see a different color, I can do it this way. Negative 2 times 2x squared is minus 4x squared. Negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times 7 is minus 14. Searching for the like terms. 4x squared, negative 4x squared, 7x, and negative 8x. 4x squared minus 4x squared, 0. It cancels. So it goes to 0, and I don't have to write a 0, so 2x cubed. 7x minus 8x is negative x minus 14. A lot of you guys put the 1 here, and that's fine. I'm not going to put the 1 there. It's understood. Now, just like the other problem, I want to be clear that we understand this one. It's a trinomial squared. We cannot bring the square in. We have to write this out. So what does x squared plus 2x minus 3 squared mean? It means x squared plus 2x minus 3 times x squared plus 2x minus 3. 2 terms times 3 terms gives 6. What do you think 3 times 3 is going to give? Well, here we go. X squared, x to the 4th. X squared times 2x, 2x cubed. X squared times negative 3, negative 3x squared. 2x times x squared, 2x squared. 2x times 2x, 4x. Hang on, 2x cubed. 2x times 2x, 4x squared. And I knew they couldn't be the same. And then 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Still have one more number to multiply in. The negative 3 has to multiply in yet. I'm going to make big loops here. 3x squared, negative 3x squared. Watch your signs. I'm making mistakes here. Negative 3 times 2x, negative 6x. Negative 3 is a positive 9. Like terms. 2x cubed, 2x cubed. So I got x to the 4th plus 4x cubed. Negative 3x squared, positive 7x squared, negative 3x squared. Negative positive 1 minus 2, negative 2x squared. Then finally over here I have minus 6x, which is minus 12x. Then finally the plus 9. Again, everything here multiplied to everything there. It takes practice, but when you have large terms, make sure you keep track and everything multiplies everything. I like to use the loops, but you can come up with your own system.